Pick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
Well, thank you, Vitor Belfort, MMA legend. Thank you so much for joining us.
Everybody's good, man. Everything's good. We're training. We are having fun here. You know, we are growing, and not just. I'm expanding my franchise gym too, but the Belfort Fitness Lifestyle. So where I do all my strength and conditioning, and it's a concept that I create, designed to where I can work out with my family, friends, and regular people. It's pretty cool.
So this is a new thing you've just launched. Is it a side project you've been working on for a while?
Yeah, it's called BFL. So it stands for Belfort Fitness Lifestyles, where it's a monitor class with the heart rate monitor. We have technology, and we measure. I measure my punch. Another day, I did 1,388 punch in 26 minutes. So they measure the strength, the power. So it's half an hour in each station. So it's like an hour class. It's pretty cool. So I got my all my fitness, and I'm a big believer that the system that I create in the bag helps burn a lot of calories. So it's good for the women's, tone the muscle, but also sharpen your technique. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I can't wait for one day you try the program. You're gonna like it.
I mean, I would love to just get in any kind of gym or fitness program right now because, it's been 2 months since I even stepped inside a gym. We're hoping maybe they're going to open up in a few days. They're making some big announcement on their restrictions, so fingers crossed. Otherwise, maybe I can I do this thing online with you, the BFL?
Yeah, we really that's one of the things I'm going to be launching soon. So we will be able to. We're filming all the moves that we do. We'll be filming, so the students they have the coach, but also they have the television where they show the technique that they got to do, like the type of workout, But it's gonna be amazing. I hope soon we can have online and people can really tune up and we can have live classes.
Has it been good to have a project like this to just keep yourself occupied? Because, it's been a crazy year and a half. I mean, there's no sign of when the things might get normal again. So you're just glad to have this project?
I'm always with a project. I'm being an entrepreneur. It's just looking for the opportunity and people dwelling on the problems. I'm looking for dwelling on the opportunities. And I see as a problem. Every time I look to a problem, I see it as an opportunity to learn and to design a way out or, craft something. That's how I visual things.
Well, it's been 2 years nearly since you signed with One, and we still haven't seen you in the ring, in the cage. I know that's not your fault because of this pandemic, but have you got any updates for us when we may see you in the...
We have some great, we are been talking, so I know it's hopefully soon, man, because I'm itching. It's hard for me too. I'm looking to come and literally bringing something new, something really they can call the Phenom, something that can shake the market, the off-combat sport. And I think that's what One does. You got to understand from the perspective of how things are shaped today. Everybody looking for a good fight. They have a good fight every week. Is a good fight anywhere. But remember, One is not a good fight. One is they're changing. They're presenting the same thing with a different perspective. It's almost like they're changing the shape of how a tire should be. It's more engagement. So it's engagement with the fans. It's something that brings. It's an experience of a one of a kind. And I know with this pandemic it's hard, but I think we are about to strike a great thing, the market.
Yeah, and there was a big announcement last week. I was on the conference call. One Championship is going to be on primetime TV in the US, TNT. They're going to have those Wednesday night shows straight after AEW wrestling, where I know you turned up a couple of times in AEW. So, I mean, how happy are you to see that collaboration there?
I'm excited, man. I really think this two amazing events of fighting are in this network. It's all about, like I said, one, and Chatri has something that it's a mind of a entrepreneur from the business side, where disrupting the industry. How promoter thinks, and I gotta develop, I gotta do this, and I gotta only do this. Charger thinks from a different perspective. I got to do something that nobody did, and I think putting one with AEW will attract a lot of people, man. It's like if you can put like NBA and football at the same event, kind of in the same type of combining these two guys together, that would be insane. Imagine if you can see the playoffs of NBA and football kind of the same day. That would be a dream for fans.
Yeah, and it's still the world of combat sports. There are a lot of fans who like wrestling and who like MMA. And do you think you can bring over a lot of fans from AEW, because they've been doing some great numbers? They're usually getting nearly 1 million viewers each week. Do you think one championship can benefit from that? And they have a good young audience as well.
I think it goes both ways. Remember, when we went there and we did our present in the AEW, we broke the numbers. We brought the numbers right at nobody did. It's just awareness. Bringing that type of caliber of an athlete to a prime with a caliber of an opponent. That's what makes things interesting. And we are praying that I can literally do what I think it's going to be best for the audience, and that's what it's all about, the content. I want to provide the right content, and I'm telling us every time I speak to Chadley said, Victor, I want to shake the world. I want to make the best content out there. I know we have the platform, and it's just about allowing us to put the pieces in the right places. We're about to do it, and I'm excited.
How did you get into the world of AEW? Because I saw you on the shows a couple of times last summer. Did they invite you? Did you know Tony Khan personally? How did that whole thing come about?
Yeah, Tony Khan is a good friend. We talk, and great businessman, and his family, it's in sports, not just in fighting in AEW, but also in soccer, in football. So they love sport, and so we are Mike Tyson, a good friend of mine. He was doing an appearance, and we are there, and they say, Victor, would you come? Rob, who's one of the CEO of Tyson Ranch, said, Victor, would you go there? I think it was going to be a great idea by Rob, by the way. Said, let's put all you guys there. Let's promote like you guys having like a big brawling, and I think that's going to call attention. And that's what it was. It was pretty cool. It was really chaos in AEW. And I think that we got to continue that. And I think that's a great time for continue that, especially with myself being with one and the same network. I think it's time for Tony Khan, give me Jericho. And I can whip Jericho's butt. So, we can really make that fight happen.
That sounds good. Yeah, I mean, are you looking to get on the program again to do some of the promotion, the cross promotion? Do you want to play a big role in being the bridge between the two shows?
I think this is what the audience wants. We draw a lot of audience for AEW and for one. We in the same network. It's time to cross promote. It's time to bring these two together. They have a lot of top athletes. They're very entertainers. Guys like myself, we can make some big fights in one and both. We can do it both. I think it's going to be phenomenal. Thinking about me and Chris Jericho, doing some one fight, and going over there. So cross promoting and just going to be, that's going to be driving. Imagine how many fans want to see that, He's making his debut in one, and I'm making my debut in AEW.
Yeah, Chris Jericho is a real legend. I mean, he's kind of
myself.
Yeah, similar to you. I was going to say you're a legend of MMA.
He's the Phenom in wrestling.
Yeah, it would be a great idea, I think, because kind of similar status in different sports. I mean,
Yeah.
does Chris like MMA as well? Does he watch MMA?
Yeah, tough. He's a very tough guy.
Yeah, and it's incredible to see at the age of, I think he's 50 now. I might be wrong there.
He's an animal.
Yeah, does it inspire you to see someone going that long at that age in your own career?
Oh, yeah. It's Tom Brady's going to go to his 48, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how long do you want to go to?
Well, until my body can do it, and until I think, like I said, I want to do things that really will drive the tension. We really will shake the market, and it's like it's time for. I know I'm not a kid anymore, but I want to create like legendary fights, legendary things. You know, like me and Chris Jericho is a legendary thing. You know, it's a one in a lifetime.
Yeah, and I remember you also put a message out last year, I think, when you were looking to make your debut in one. You asked Joe Rogan if he will come and corner you. You still interested in having Joe come out there? I mean, did he ever get back to you about that?
Oh yeah, Joe got to come. He's got to come. You know, Joe is me and him. You know, he used to be my student when I used to coach in Carson Grace Academy. He used to be my guy right there. He used to be training with me, white belt. I remember. And I made my debut. He made his debut together with me at UFC. And just to see his success and how successful he is. And for me, it's give me a lot of pleasure to see how he grew as a comedian, as a podcast, as an actor, as everything. You know, he's a great entrepreneur, and he's a guy who come from the area that I came. So we have our debut together. So I think he cannot say no to make my debut and come. Especially
I'd love to see
Chris Jericho. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that, to be honest. I mean, how long have you been thinking about that matchup?
It's just to see how these two things together, you know.
Have you talked to Chatri about it?
Not yet. You're the first one. I'm just thinking out loud, because it's driving, you know, this two sport. You know, when you say AEW, I think on him, because me and Tyson, we are fighting against him. So him and Tyson could not fight over there. So it's time for making the Phenom and both Phenom of both sports, and we can make that collision, you know, and creating that what will benefit both sports, both events.
Well, Chatri and Tony, if you're listening, guys, you need to make that happen. However you get it done, I want to see that. But I also wanted to ask you as well quickly, Vitor, I know you had been penciled in to fight Alain Ngalani in your debut last year, but then the pandemic happened. Are you still interested in that fight inside the one championship circle?
I think not at the moment, man, especially with his last loss. You know, I want to do some legendary things, some cool things that really will bring the viewership. I want to bring what people want to see it. I really want to bring value and add value for whatever I do, not just for me, but for the organization and for the fans. And that's what makes big shows. It's like every story you gotta have the good guy and the bad guy. You know, like you gotta have fight. It's made by two guys. You know, red corner and blue corner. So it's very important to match a great matchup that people want to see it.
Yeah, you mentioned Alan's loss to Rug Omar Kane. What did you make of his performance, Rug, and what have you made of the heavyweight signings that One Championship has made recently? Marcus Buchecha, obviously you will know him very well, and Amir Ali Akbari. Have you been impressed? Do you want to fight any of these guys?
Like I said, I'm not looking to run for a title unless they do like a legend to legend title. That interests me a lot. Yeah, but you know, we got to see. You know, fights. It's like I said, it's economic. of course, but also it's what's going to drive you. It's what's going to make you. It's, like I said, it's not economical only for me. It's a business, yes, but for me, it's more like what's going to drive me to train to fight that guy. What's going to make me like, wow, I want that competition. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I understand completely. I guess you're at the point in your career now you want to do special things, and obviously Chris Jericho, that would be a real spectacle.
Hey, most of the people that are beginning on this journey now, when I was winning, they're coming to this earth. So it's like you gotta know. You like I said, you can only I'm a guy I can only move what drives me. If it's not drive me, there is no why to make something. So I need to look for my why and make something that people want to see it. People will drive their attention. People want. That's the number one priority for sure.
I mean, also, I wanted to ask you quickly as well. It was a good weekend for Sanford MMA in Abu Dhabi Fight Island. Michael Chandler, he got that big victory. He proved he's the real deal. If anyone still doubted him, what do you think of his potential in the UFC?
It's like he's proving. Like I said, you cannot. The fact is fact. He's been that guy since he came to the sport. And so, he proved people. For me, it was not a surprise.
And there's one more big fight on the horizon there with the Sanford next week. Gilbert Burns is going to fight UFC welterweight champ Kamaru Usman. We know Usman's been training away from the gym. What's the dynamic been like at the gym though? And do you know if Usman's going to be coming back? What's it been like?
I'm not involved in that. I'm glad I'm not part of this politics. And what I'm looking for, Gilbert is the guy who I started. I was the guy who brought him in. I signed him with UFC. I brought him. I took him on my wings. I teach him how to use his hands. And I post another day his first fight in MMA, vicious knockout with the hook. So he's having that gift. So when you evolve, when you learn the right way, and you continue to evolve, you only become better. So Gilbert is that fine wine that's been smashing that grape. So the wine is being smashing. So I think it's a time for him to. Of course, he's going to have a great competitor on the other side, but I think it can be the very good night for Gilbert.
And now I wanted to say to you as well, you were fighting on the first card I reported on as a journalist back in Manchester, 2016, against Gegard. And it was an honor to be around you in fight week. And I can just tell, speaking to you now, you seem rejuvenated in life. Do you feel like those 5 years ago is just, you've changed so much in that life? And I mean, how are you feeling now compared to that moment?
When I was fighting in that gear, I was not in a good place, actually. I was not, I was motivated. I was not motivated. I was not in a good place, but, I fought one of the best guys in the sport.
Yeah.
And he had a great night, and that is no excuse. That's what his night. But I was not with the fire and the desire. So you got to have that. If you're a fighter, you got to have that. So now I have it. So it's back. It's flame. It's burning.
Well, I'm excited to hear that, and I can't wait to see whatever you do next. I'm really, really thrilled. Just some of these ideas you've thrown around. We've got to get that Chris Jericho match somehow. Whoever's listening, you need to get it.
We got to have it. We got to have it. I agree with you 100%.
It's been a pleasure. We've been here with Vitor Belfort, the Phenom MMA legend.
Get ready, man. Soon we're going to be training it online, okay, with Belfort Fitness Lifestyle. So you check the website, belfortlifestyle.com. Come to Florida. Come check us out.